I'm at North Lake near Bishop in California, and looking at this really beautiful view. I came up to check out the fall colors. It's more of a recce trip than a photograph trip, although I'm definitely going to take some photographs. But I wanted to see how the fall color was coming along, and it is cold up here. It's probably about 37 or 38 degrees, and I'm wearing shorts. But I have my puffy jacket on, which is good, so I should be okay. So the sun's about to come up in about 20 minutes or so, so I'm hopefully going to get some nice light on those peaks over there with the lake in the foreground. And looks like there's a bit of colour. There's a little bit. I think we're probably a couple of weeks away from the peak, but there's some nice little bit of colour with the aspen trees over there. Colour. This is one of the best places in the Sierra for fall colours, so I've been told. So anyway, I'm gonna set up my shot. First one of the day. So we got the light just hitting the top of the mountains there. So what I'm going to do is I've got a soft graduated filter 3-stop on there to hopefully add a bit of intensity to the color, and I'm gonna bracket this shot, I think, because it's quite windy and I want the foreground to be nice and sharp. So I'm gonna take one shot of the foreground. In fact, I'm gonna focus stack. So I'm gonna take one shot of the foreground, nice and sharp, and then one shot of the background as well. So my main subject is in the foreground of these rocks that sort of leads you up into the lake, and then the lake sort of meanders around a little bit, and then you see the peaks in the background with the sun just starting to hit the top of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, for some reason I have lost my live view on my camera. I don't know what's going on. It's acting so weird. I can't get live view, I can't take a photo. The camera is on. At least that's on. But I can't, nothing works. Can't get live view, can't get menu. Strange. What is going on? Oh, well, that's too bad. I have to fix that. Well, I'm back in business again. It seems like my cable release was not working very well. For some reason, it was just seizing up the camera. But I'm back, so that's good. I'm gonna get back to the car, make a cup of coffee, because I'm cold. this scene really caught my eye when I got back to the car. I postponed the coffee for a little bit because I just wanted to take this photo here with this, just all this colour. You've got so many different shades of orange and green and red, and the backdrop is the granite cliff there. So I pulled out my 24-70 lens so I can get reasonably tight in on this, and I'll show you my settings here. A fifth of a second, f11, ISO 100. I've got my in the middle here, I have my histogram right in the middle, and I'm going to use my 2-second timer, remote timer, to get this shot here. I think it looks really lovely. There. I traded in my X1 for one of those. So this was my sleeping arrangement last night. The great thing about the Outback is, for me anyway, it's got plenty more room. I can stretch right out, and it was really comfortable last night. So yeah, happy with the wheels so far. So I'm perched underneath the bridge here, and I've just taken a video of my settings and my composition, which you can see. I have a 0.9 grad on there. It's a 3-stop soft grad because the sky's quite bright and I'm still in the shadows here. With the river and the lovely autumnal colors of the trees, it looks just like a lovely scene. And I'm about a third of a second, I think, to get that nice blurry effect on the water. So I'll show you it again here. I'm not sure if you can hear me if I turn the mic away from me, but there it is there. That's my settings. Move this bush out of the way. And shot, 2-second timer. Well, I'm quite glad this is just a recon trip for a couple of reasons. One is I'm about maybe 2 weeks early. The leaves are turning, but I think in a couple of weeks it'll look great. And secondly, I'm having the hardest time with my gear today. I noticed this as I was, this is my Lee filter holder. I don't know if you can see this, but it is really loose, like the screws are about to fall out. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, these little brass screws are about to fall out. So luckily I didn't lose this, because it's right, it needs to be tightened. Luckily I have my penknife to do that. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, which is potentially more problematic, is I've lost the bottom part of my tripod leg. Fell out, and I'm gonna have to see if I can go back and find it. I don't know what happened. It was there this morning, but now it's not. So maybe when I strapped it to my pack, and I don't know, maybe it just wasn't on there tight enough when I cleaned it last time. But what a major drag that is. So 3 things so far with gear today. Good lessons learned, every single one of them. Good lessons. So got to check the gear, make sure everything is functioning properly before you head out. So I'm gonna do a little bit more scouting around here. So I've taken a good look around, driven to a few spots, and found some maybe potential images for next time. So the plan is to maybe come back in a couple of weeks if I can work that out. But as you can see, there's a bit of colour, so in 2 weeks time I think it will be really great. And this was a good trip, a good scouting trip. So I hope you all check back in a couple of weeks and see my follow-up video to this, when hopefully the fall colours will be really rocking in this part of the world. So that's it, signing off. Gonna drive back and see you guys on the next one real soon. Bye for now.